What's up, guys? Today we're going to go over an account proof method to make sure that you're not blowing your account on one or in two trades on any of the plays you take, right? So oftentimes a lot of people can be right with the direction they believe the market is going, but they will be too early or they'll go in too heavy or whatever the case may be. And when the actual move happens, they're not able to take advantage of it. It's very hard to time the market 100% correct all the time. I don't know anybody who can do that. Shout out to you if you can. Hey, better than me.
Better than me?
We can't just know when the market exactly to the second is going to make any kind of reaction or do anything in particular. So how do we protect ourselves? If I get in too early, I don't want to, take myself out the game, and the next thing you know, I'm not able to take advantage of the move I knew was coming to begin with. Well, let's go over that. So as you can see here, we're on an NQ chart. This is the 5 minute. You can see this green arrow here, this red arrow here. This is a trade we took inside the Straight Shooters live trading community where we trade futures every single day live on Zoom, and it's an awesome community. And as you can see here, we have this gray area here, which signifies choppy area, right? We will take no trades inside the gray zone. That's how we identify just price action we don't want to trade. No direction, super choppy, up and down, lots of wicks. But what we will do is look for a move outside of that chop and take advantage of it. And as you can see, there's a lot of wicks. There's a lot of false breakouts. Well, let's go ahead and check this out. So today we took 2 losses and we had 1 win. But how were we able to see profits? And a lot of us saw 4-figure profits when we took 2 losses before that. Well, our win must have been a lot bigger than our losses, right? So how did we limit those losses? We were wrong with our timing, but we were correct with the direction. So first and foremost, number 1, you can see here, we look like we are going to actually break out, right? 2 times today, I thought we were actually going to break to the upside and test this purple level above, as it did pre-market. The first time, right, we came up, we entered on the break, right? Hey, let's get a break over this pre-market high. We did that, we entered, and guess what? It moved really fast, right? It was a really fast wick, and it wicked back down. And we ended up taking a loss. Now, we have a rule inside the community where we make sure when we get into any type of breakout trade, we want to make sure we size into our trades. We want to add to winning positions. We don't want to just go with full size. That's very dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
Wrong, you're taking a heavy loss. But we went in, won 2 contracts, we took a $150 loss, right? We can work with that. That's not bad at all, right? We entered above the level, and then it went back under the level. We got out the trade. Simple as that. And in the very next candle, we tried it again. Hey, we were too early that time. We only took a $150 loss, but we're able to get into another trade because it's only $150. That's light work, and we were responsible. That's why we're able to stay in the game, right? As you can see, we got in again. This time, the price moved a little bit higher, right? That's a good amount higher than the previous candle. When a trade happens like that, right, what we do is we move our stop losses to break even. So before, our stop loss was under the gray level. We moved and then for the next candle, we got in again, it moved up, right? And we moved our stop loss to break even. Some of us even moved it in profit. That means it's a free trade. That we're either going to profit on this trade, or we're not going to make anything or lose anything on the trade. Those are the best kind of trades, because then you can feel the mental relief, right? It's a free trade. You know you're not going to lose. There is no fear of losing. It's just say, hey, I'm calm. It's a free trade. Let's just take advantage of what the market gives us, right? So in this trade, we entered again, same entry, made a move up, moved our stop loss up to break even, or like I said, for some of us, in profit. And when the price went back down and reclaimed under this level, some of us profited, some of us hit break even, and at the end of the day, it was a free trade. So we took 2 losses, and most of us were, we're down $150 by this point. Some of us took profit on the trade. They were green on this trade, right? But the case is that, hey, we can go 0-2 and still stay in the game, right? Sometimes, back in my day, or I'm 24, not back in my day. But back when in my earlier days, I took 1-2 losses. Oh yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Cause I done lost a few $1,000s because I went in way too heavy to begin with, right? So let's go on the winning trade. Also, this video is sponsored by Take Profit Trader. They are a futures prop firm that has everyday payouts. And even better, they just got rid of their daily loss limit, meaning that you will no longer be penalized for hitting a daily loss limit because there is none, right? It will be up to you to manage your own risk, which gives you a lot more freedom to trade your style. If you're interested, click the link down in my description. Use the code SUFFERING for 50% off your account. Yes, that is 50. And like I said, they have removed the daily loss limit, which makes them very attractive to a lot of traders who are tired of being by all these different rules, by all these different prop firms. So let's get back into the video. The next and final trade we took, right? We saw a lot of momentum to the downside, right? We switched biases, mental fluidity. We're able to say, hey, we were wrong with this direction, but I like what I'm seeing now. And what happened was we made a move down under our gray area, right? Outside this chop, outside of all these wicks. We entered below this blue line, right? Or below the gray area, right where the green arrow is. And we entered light size, right? Light size. And as we saw our winners, right? As we saw our winners looking good, right? Some of us added to our positions. Some rather just keep the same position size. But beyond else, we moved our stop loss to break even. It's a free trade, right? As the price is coming down, it's a free trade. It's a free trade. Some of us add position size. Like for me, I know. Actually, for this particular trade, I actually kept the same position size. I just had 2 contracts, right? Because I was only down $150, $200 on the day, right? So 2 contracts, right? Started off with 1, added another, right? And as we move down, hey, I'm moving my stop loss in profit. Boom. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. We come down all the way here. Hey guys, I moved my stop loss even lower, right? I moved it lower, right? About here, where that blue arrow is, or blue line is now. And when we wicked, we didn't necessarily hit that stop loss, so I stayed in a little longer. And that next candle, right, we opened here, looks good, but then we hit our level again, right? We hit our level. So guess what? I got stopped in profit. It was a free trade, and I was able to manage it correctly without giving back all my profits once I had had a good amount of profit. And you know, again, I'm 1 for 3, but I'm green. I'm green on the day now, right? So that trade took me to about $500 or $600 in profit. I think at most I was up about $1,000, $1,100 with 2 contracts at the bottom here. And what we did was, I said, hey, we still look bearish, right? I moved my arrow down here, or not my arrow. I moved my blue line down here, right, for a potential re-entry. We retested the level up here, right? And then when we retested the level up here, it made me feel really good about shorts. So we re-entered. And I'll do this. We re-entered this trade right about here. We re-entered that trade right about there. And we rode it all the way down. We passed our level, right? And I got in a little earlier than I anticipated, but it looked so good after the retest. I was like, hey guys, we're gonna get in here, but we're gonna watch for this potential bounce where we just bounced before. And as we started going down, we went down, we hit this level. Hey, let's move our stops to break even. Let's make it another free trade. And guess what? We went down even more. Hey, let's move our stops even down a lot more. And I ended up moving it down all the way to where this red arrow is. Right, so it went all the way down here. I allowed it to come back up to here. My final price target was this purple level, but we didn't hit it. But nonetheless, risk was managed, right? We were able to not only enter multiple trades, so at this point we're 2 for 4, right? We enter multiple trades, losing half of them, but we're still very green on the day because, hey, our losses were maintained, our losses were controlled. We didn't over risk, we didn't go in too heavy, right? We were responsible with our trade management. We got in, right, and managed our trade correctly. We didn't let our green trade go red. Right? Some people may have a rule against that or whatever. Hey, you gotta let your trade breathe. And I believe there's different methods that work. But for me and for us, it was like, hey, let's make sure that we're protecting our trades. And we want to make sure, hey, once we're green, we want to be able to move our stops to break even. right? Once we're really green, we want to move our stops in profit. We want guaranteed profit. And then all it is after that is guaranteed profit versus price target. And then as we get close to the price target, we move our guaranteed profit along with it, right? So this is the bearish, that's why I'm moving down. But yeah, that's account proof. And that's something that took me a while to learn before I had to stop blowing money before I figured that one out. But it works, and I do it. That's how I manage my trades all the time, right? Free trades and low risk trades are the best kind of trades there are. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time for another episode. Like I said, I'm really consistent in 2025, so I look forward to seeing you guys next video. Have a good one.